Hello everybody and welcome back to LMM. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment, how about giving this video a like, maybe subscribing to the channel to help us grow, and perhaps even check out our Patreon. This video is part of the Love Your Railway campaign, and this week's topic is community. And I thought there was no better place to come than to the Whitwell and Reefham Railway, which is the home of my Ruston 48. Or rather, the home of the remains of my Ruston 48 that you guys, the community around my YouTube channel, helped save. Without you, the community, this thing would still be languishing in a scrapyard forgotten. Without you guys, this wouldn't happen. And that's the glorious thing about a community. It comes together and it makes things happen. A community is something quite phenomenal. Being part of people who are like-minded, working towards the same thing, is nothing short of incredible. The railway community remains one of the most amazing things I think that I have ever been part of, because it remains a worldwide community. And there is nothing else that I can think of that has such an amazing pull around the world. There's things like football or sports where, yes, whilst you enjoy that particular game, you have your own team, your own nationality that you root for. The worldwide railway community comes together because we have the same goals at heart. We're looking to preserve and expand our railway heritage. Regardless of where you are in the world, you would appreciate and be excited about something else worldwide that's going on. And being part of this community opens doors. For instance, when I went to New Zealand to visit my brother, I went and visited several heritage railways over there. And because I was a volunteer and involved over here, people wanted to show me behind the scenes of their railways. They wanted to show me how it worked because we're part of that community. They wanted to share notes, compare how we do things, and talk and share in that passion. And being part of that community over here helps open doors. If I visit another heritage railway and mention that I'm a volunteer at another railway, whether that's to the footplate crew or to station staff, people instantly engage and they're excited to share. And that's the wonderful thing about being part of a community, is that sense of belonging, is that sense of well-being. And people underestimate how much good that does to your mental health, to be part of somewhere, to be part of an identity, to be part of a group. And it's something that I think is hugely important for younger people, is to have some kind of sense of identity and be part of a community that helps nurture, that helps support and helps teach about that chosen subject. Certainly in terms of the railway, when I was in education, the railways were seen as being very, very uncool. But as soon as I started going to a railway and volunteering and was welcomed into that community, I had friends, I had peers and people who were passionate about the same subject. And the difference that made to me and my mental health was phenomenal. Because the community isn't just about coming together to work on a project or being part of a railway. It's what it can do for you yourself. Having friends who enjoy the same hobby is one of the best things that you could ever ask for. And so many of my best friends I've met through the railway community. Friends who we can really get nerdy about the subject, compare who made the better locomotives, the difference between different types of rolling stock, and of course, which railways were better. Some of my friends think, for instance, the LMS is better, and others will say that they're wrong and clearly it was the Great Western. And some others will say that, well, actually, all of the big four were rubbish, the pre-grouping railways is where it's at. Having friends that you can share your passions with and have this kind of discussion with is nothing short of amazing. And I think for the next generation, having that sense of identity is so important. Now, I'm not saying that that has to be railways, but being part of some sort of community with some identity, whether it is the railways or it's skateboarding or it's football or it's the car scene, it doesn't matter. Having that community around you is so very important. Of course, the community is more than just you and what you personally get out of it. Sure, it does wonders for our mental health, giving us a sense of pride and achievement and being part of something. But without the whole community, none of this, none of heritage would happen, because it's that community coming together to make something happen, which is the core of all heritage. For instance, I was recently at the Llangollen Railway as they opened up a brand new station at Corwin. The sense of pride amongst the community at the railway was absolutely tangible. Everybody was so excited to finally achieve this vision that they started 48 years ago. And the fact that it will now serve the wider community of Corwin and bring people into there was something amazing to be there and see, because everybody was so excited. That wider community coming together with people all being excited by a common goal. Because that railway community is sometimes about more than just what we get out of it. It's what the wider community outside our community gets. The fact that by having a heritage railway, it benefits the local community, the local economy, because people come to that area. The fact that so many other people are enjoying what they're doing, are having a better quality of life because they're part of something that we can put our efforts into and get something tangible out of. The community that surrounds volunteering is so important to the whole aspect of it. For instance, coming here to the Whitwell and Reefham Railway, it's taken me 2 hours to shoot this video. Not because there's been many retakes, but because of the community feel. So many of the members here are my friends, and I even bumped into a couple of members of the YouTube community, fans of the channel, who I stopped and chatted to, which has been wonderful. It's so nice to come somewhere where you have friends, where people enjoy the same thing. The community is something that I think that we criminally undervalue. We don't realise how much good it does to our mental health and how much it gives us back. Sure, all of us who are involved in the railway fraternity put a lot into that community, whether that's taking photos to share on social media or being here actually making trains run for others to enjoy. My generation and that follows me are notoriously bad at communicating with other generations. Most of us are just too involved in our phones. But the railway community brings people from different generations and different walks of life together to talk and enthuse about a common interest, about something that we're all passionate about. And that is an absolutely incredible tool because we can pass on knowledge, we can pass on experiences, and we can all enjoy something together. I think that's something kind of beautiful. So that's my thoughts on the community. It's something hugely important to us as volunteers and the wider railway fraternity. That community gives us a sense of belonging and makes us want to come back. It makes us want to do more. It makes us want to expand all kinds of heritage. The community is one of the strongest ties we have. It's such an amazing thing to be part of when you consider that people all around the world enjoy this. And you can just start talking, comparing notes with people who are into this kind of rubbish. It's nothing short of incredible. And I'm going to end with a thought. As I've mentioned, the community is hugely important to all of us. It does wonders for our mental health and gives this sense of belonging and purpose. And we can all be better with that. We've all seen things where people are not given the constructive comments that they could give, whether that's online or in real life. I'm going to just ask all of you to maybe think about that and think that maybe we can make this community better. We can make it more inclusive and better for everybody. Because for some of us, having this community can be a real lifeline, particularly if you're struggling with your personal life, with stuff outside, school, at work. Having this area amongst people who enjoy the same thing can be a real lifeline. The community is so important to all of us, not just because it makes stuff like this happen, but it can make a real difference to people's mental health and be that one thing that gets them through the day. So next time you see something, just bear that in mind and let's make the community even better, more inclusive, and just a nicer place for all of us. And with that, thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this one, coming up on the screen now over there are a couple of other videos from the Love Your Railway campaign. And if you want more information on the Whitwell and Reefham Railway, then there's a link in the video description so you can find out more about when they're running and hopefully soon come along and work on this pile of scrap here. There'll be more details about that coming up in the coming weeks. So with that, let me know in the comments below, what's your favourite thing about the railway community and what's your best thing that you've been part of? And with that, see you later guys. Thanks for watching.